Hey guys, today I have a book haul for you. First is True by Rikka Pulkkinen. I'm not really going to go into, what these are about too much, but this one's about a child psychologist dying of cancer, and she spends time with her granddaughter and they discover a mystery, kinda. This next one is Zombie by J.R. Angelia, and cute zombie book written from the point of view of a 14-year-old or something. This is the one I paid $3 for, and it's A Year with C.S. Lewis. I really love almost all of C.S. Lewis's books, so I figured I really love his writing, so I figured that would be a good book to pick up. The next book was another $1 book, James Patterson, You've Been Warned. I like his books. I don't own very many of them, but I've rented a lot of them from the library, so I figured for $1, why not? Next is Paul Virilio, The University of Disaster. This book, I'm not really sure what it's about that much, but reading the back, it seems all the various, natural disasters, global warming that's going on right now, stuff like that, so it seemed pretty interesting. Next is Shakespeare's Work. I think that's 12 maybe, and it has King Henry and King Henry the second part, so it's just King Henry, but this book, it's just a really beautiful book. I don't know if you can really see that on my camera, but it's got very intricate detail on the cover. It's obviously very old, it's been very well loved, and I do like Shakespeare. King Henry is actually one of my favorites, Shakespeare, because I actually really don't like some of his books. This one was printed in 1908, so it's over 100 years old. I love books, especially old books. This one I also pretty much just got because it's an old, beautiful book. It's Dragon Seed. I've never heard of it, but I read a few of the front pages and I liked the writing style. And this one is kind of falling apart. You can see in here the binding's beginning to break. And this one was printed in 1941, so it's not as old as the Shakespeare one. But again, it's just a very beautiful book, and if I could have an entire library full of books like this, I would, for sure. The Brattle Bookstore, for those of you who don't know, is a used bookstore in Boston. They have a lot of really old books, a lot of really rare books that can be really expensive, leather-bound books, books that are hand-sewn, a lot of that kind of stuff. But in the alley next to it, they have bargain books, books that they couldn't sell or whatever. Some of them are books that they couldn't sell, probably like the Shakespeare one. It's not in the best condition, so who's going to want to pay, $10 for it? And then they have books that are $5, $3, and $1. Most of their books will start out at the $5 range, and if they don't sell, they move them down to $3. And if they don't sell again, they move them down to $1 and keep them there until they sell. It's just in the alley, it's outside. So they have a lot of $1 books and a good amount of $3 and $5 books. And, they even have old magazines and stuff. It's really cool. I've only been there a couple times, but every time I get really good deals. Like, I spent $10 for 7 books there. Next I have another book. Obviously it's a book if this is a book haul. This book was actually given to me by one of my friends. She read it and she thought that I might like it. Maybe she wasn't the biggest fan of it, but she didn't hate it either. So she passed it along to me. It's Shiver by Maggie Streifbader, I don't really know. And this has been a pretty big series going around the internet right now. I think there's either 3 or 4 books. And I'd be interested to read that. I hope I didn't miss anything. My camera stopped recording because it overheated. The next book I have I actually got at my dump. Has a local book swap. You can leave books that you didn't enjoy and couldn't sell. You can pick books up and it's all free. So I always check it out. Usually there's not a lot, but sometimes I've found some really good deals. I found The Hunger Games there. I found school reading books that I needed for school. Sometimes you'll find books that are in new condition. This next book is by Mark Haddon. He wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. And this book is Mark Haddon, A Spot of Bother. So I don't really know anything about it. I just know it's by the same author. It's in like new condition. Probably never been read, so for free. Again, why not? This book my mom gave me. I'm not entirely sure where she got it, but I'm pretty sure she got it for free. It's Grail's Quest of the Dawn. It's a bunch of short stories. One of them is by Neil Gaiman, which is why she picked it up. I've got her obsessed with Neil Gaiman. She's been reading all of my books. And then I only have 2 more left. This is another one I picked up at my local dump, The Traveler. It isn't in very good condition. You can see there's writing, it's ripped. But again, it was free. It seemed pretty interesting, so why not? And this one my dad gave me. It's Iris Johansen, The Search. And it's kind of a mystery, kind of sci-fi fantasy. And it seems like a pretty cool book, so I'm excited to read that. I'm sorry I couldn't show you the 8 I believe I bought from Barnes & Noble. Have you bought any books recently? Leave them down below. Tell me what books you've bought. If you've read them, do you like them? Do you not like them? Give me any recommendations you have on books I should pick up. I'm always looking for new good books. So, thanks for watching. Bye.